Whenever I get the ideal of working on a car or modifying it or upgrading it, I'm all motivated to do it, but then once I start doing it, this is pretty much how it goes. I lose my motivation, I'm slow as fuck, and I just feel like I'll never get done. I'll come across a setback, like I break a bolt, or the main pulley bolt won't come loose. Then I won't touch the car for a couple days, and then I start looking around, looking at it, and realize I need to get this fucking done. So I get back to it, and I'm still pretty slow at it. It takes me forever just to remove one thing. It's just like when I start editing videos. I'm all motivated, I'm creative, I get halfway done, and then I lose my creativeness. I lose my motivation. I have probably got about 8 or so videos that are halfway done as far as editing. I just need to get over the hump and finish them. And then finally, I get over the hump, and boom, before you know it, I get it done. Everything's done right, everything's running right, and I'm happy. And then I start thinking about the next project. So today, my wife's CRV started running like shit. So I pulled the spark plugs, and this is what I found. There is water or coolant down in the cylinder. It looks like I'll be replacing the head gasket. I've got a new oil filter, air filter. I've got a little wire brush. I'm going to try to clean the top of the pistons off. New water pump, tensioner, and timing belt. I got a head gasket, valve cover gasket, the grommets for valve cover, and spark plugs. I got a new intake manifold gasket, some brake cleaner, engine cleaner, fresh oil, and antifreeze. I've got a Skunk 2 intake manifold that I'm debating on installing. I'm not too sure yet. I'm going to start with the intake manifold because I am going to go ahead and install the Skunk 2 intake manifold. Eventually I'll probably need a better fuel rail just because of where the fuel pressure regulator is located, and also the fuel line. I'm going to have to make sure that fits on the Skunk 2 manifold before I really do anything, because if they don't, then obviously I won't be using it. But I'm going to go ahead and disconnect fuel rail right now. Do not want to lose these washers. They're very important. If you don't put them back, fuel will spray everywhere. You want to make sure you don't lose these little plastic pieces that clip inside. Sometimes they'll stick inside the fuel rail. It's actually a filter for the injector. Do not lose these. My camera died. I'm not sure what I was saying when it died, because I stopped and swapped batteries on my phone, and I went ahead and ate dinner. Anyway, everything on the manifold swaps over, everything on the throttle body swaps, so Skunk 2 is going in here. There is a metal bracket that goes from the back of the block up to the bottom of the manifold down here. With the CRV, I can just reach underneath there and unbolt it. There's so much more room in this engine bay than there was on the Prelude. Everything is disconnected from the manifold. I'm going to start removing my manifold now. I'm gonna let the radiator drain out and take a break. Alright, I got the intake manifold unbolted. Hopefully there's no hidden wires connected to it. And there's not. That's what she's gonna look like. There's plenty of clearance for everything. She's gonna fit nicely. One thing I hate about these B-series motors is that you gotta remove the cams in order to remove the head bolts. It really makes life a lot harder. So I guess next I'm going to start removing the exhaust manifold